waiting for someone to tell me he's ready or she's ready.
We are.
Okay, okay, beautiful.
Uh,
Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm ready.
let me share my screen. Okay, so this is, let's say, my own course, a demonstration course that we're going to use to show us how we can add content. You remember that when we were at the SEFTA complex, I showed you how to edit your profile by going to this little arrow beside your avatar and then clicking on profile and then to making some changes to whatever you want to change, adding information, changing information, and stuff like that. So, if you look at the interface which is before you, you will see beginning from your left, or I don't know, on that side it should be right or left, whichever one. You have the university logo, and then you have some three gears here, and then you have this branching icon and the green icon. As a teacher, the two important things that you're going to be working with are the course management and then the editing function. So since today we are not really concerned with managing the course, which we're going to discuss at another class, another interaction, we'll be dealing mainly with the editing function. Anything you want to change or you want to add in this course, you will need to turn editing on. When your course is first created, this is what you will see. You will see the general section, and then you will see a number of topic headings: topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4, topic 5. Now, the for those of you whom I gave one assignment like that, the last assignment I gave, and I say you should edit topic O. This is topic O, the general section. So even if you want to change anything here, you still need to turn editing on. So to do that, you click on this green icon here, turn editing on. And when you turn the editing on, you will see that this button here, this icon here, will change to red. It was green with a pencil mark. Now it is red with a power switch, which is to show you that you are in editing mode. Don't forget that when you finish editing, you must come back here and turn this off. It is red to remind you that you are in editing mode. Now, at first when editing was off, you didn't see these pencils, neither did you see these crossbars. You didn't see edit, you didn't see all this. But now that you're in editing mode, you will see the course blocks, you will see the pencil mark before any item. The pencil mark before the item indicates that if you click on it, you can edit that item. For example, if I click this pencil mark here, I click this, it means I can change that title. Watch what happens when I click the pencil icon. I click it, and you have an input box or input space which you can enter. And on top here there's an instruction: escape to cancel or enter when finished. So if you don't want to make change again, you press the escape button. If you want to make the changes, you press enter when you finish. So suppose I now want to change this heading, this section. Before I even go on, let me remind you of what I said earlier. that the Moodle interface is made up of blocks. It's made up of blocks. And all content is placed within these blocks. If you look from here to here, you will see that this is one block. You will see where there is topic. You also want demarcating line up to another one. That's another block. So there are a couple of blocks, several of. If I click over here, you will see where you can add more blocks on. You can see one faint block there, another block here, another block here. But I will not bother you on that. We will come to that at another introduction. So here, if we want to edit the title of this block, which is called the general block for now, click on this and maybe we'll just call it welcome, welcome. Well, this is my own. You can do your own. So this course. Press enter, and you will notice that the title general has now changed to welcome to this course. You may put something like introduction. So this will become your introductory section. That is where you will place all the introduction to the course information like course synopsis, syllabus, course objectives, instructions on how to navigate through the course, timelines, and stuff like that. It's up to you. Depends on how you want to name it. So, like I say, it's a welcome section for me where I'm going to welcome students. Is there any problem?
Sorry, I think we have to put our Professor.
Yes.
We have to mute our speakers.
Yes, I think you have to. Speakers or microphones?
Microphone.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, so please mute your microphone if you can.
Sir?
Click that little microphone icon there and cancel your microphone. Let's see. Okay, beautiful. So, let me welcome Dr. Keku. Okay, he's just connecting. It's wonderful to have you here with us today for the first time, Dr. Keku. You're welcome. So, like I was explaining, I have now edited that section header. So you will now say instead of general is welcome to this course. So if I like now, or if I have a course with several topics, I can now go on and start renaming the topic headings. Instead of, if I once again I click on turn edit on. So instead of topic 1, I may say how to navigate through the course. So I've changed that topic heading and given it another topic heading. I can change topic 2 by clicking on the pencil icon, say adding um, content. I can still go on and change the topic 3 by clicking the icon. Assessment. Stuff like that. Now, let me also show you something else. These sections can be moved around. In other ways, if you create sections and then you discover that where they should have been in a different order, you don't need to go about renaming them. All you need to do is to drag and drop where you want them to be. For instance, if you now hold, if you will notice that if I bring my cursor over this cross mark, you will see that it has turned bigger. I can drag it.
Green.
I can now drag it down. So you will now see that I have changed the order. If I want to move this back up, so I can move it up if I want. So I'm sure you're following this. So we can
Yes.
change the topic headings. We can move the sections around if we are in editing mode. So that is one thing you can do. And remember that each time you finish doing what you want to do, you turn editing off. So if I switch this off, turn editing off, by clicking that, you will no longer see the pencil marks, you will no longer see the crossbars, and you will now see a clean interface with your sections and headings. So if you have, let me come back to my normal view and see if you are using your computer there to practice, try changing something and share it with us. Let's see. Ojime, you made a change? No. Dr. Adijo, have you made anything? Not yet. I was hoping that someone will also do what I did and then uh, let's have a feedback to see that you're following.
There we go. Range of light, so I'm using only my phone. That's why I can't do anything.
Dr. Keku, you're welcome once again. I saw you jump in and jump out the first time. Okay. So, if you are not yet there, something. Prosadejo, any luck? Nothing yet. Okay, let me just go over it once more. So, what I'm explaining is to be able to change you need to understand this. To make any changes on this, whether you want to add content or to edit the headings, first you need to turn editing on. You need to turn editing on. And when you are in editing mode, you can click on the pencil icon to rename any of those sections. Click on the pencil icon to rename any of the sections. For instance, if I want to rename this topic and I click on this, then I can change it back to topic 1. Topic 1. When you are done typing what you want to type, press enter and it will change. If I want to change this welcome to this course, to edit this topic, I will click on the pencil icon and type a new topic name and press enter. So this is how you rename the topic headings, the topic names. I also said you can move the topics around by clicking on this crossbar here. For instance, if I want adding content to be the first, I'll just click on it and then drag up. And then they have changed position. I want to bring it back. I move it again down by clicking on the crossbar and dragging it. So, in that way, we'll be able to rename the various headings. Now, how about adding topics or subtopics? This is topic 1, and I want to add subtopics to topic 1. You want to add subtopics to topic 1. If you want to do that, you will need to change the format. You will need to change the course format. You will need to change the course format. Remember that when the course was first created for you, this is the default layout. The default layout is that it was in topic. Please, Mary Adadu, you are welcome. Just turn off your microphone and then you can. So, we turn off editing and we can change the layout, the format by clicking on these 3 gears here, and then we come to edit course settings. In edit course settings, we can change the name of the course and give it another name. We can change the category. Suppose we were in faculty of whatever and the course was created in another faculty, or the course was moved from one department to another department. You can simply click this drop-down menu and select the proper department. The course we are dealing with, the demo course, is a miscellaneous category. It doesn't belong to any particular department. That's why it's a miscellaneous category. We don't want the students to see the course when we are working on it. You can hide or show the course as necessary. For instance, if I click this and click hide, it means that when the course is on, no student will see it. Only the teacher and the admin will be able to see the course. This is useful when you are working on the course, you are still developing it, and you have not finished, so that nobody sees what you are doing until you finish working completely, and then you make it visible. So if I click hide, you will not be able to see the course. You can change the start date and the stop date, the day the course will start and the day the course will end. I had described this to you at the SEFTA complex there before. You can give a general description of the course by typing it here. All this is done in the course setting. You can add a course image by dropping your picture here if you want to, or uploading it as necessary. But where I was going is where you wanted to be able to create topics, subtopics, and sub-subtopics. To be able to do that, you need to change the format of the course. And this is where we change the format of the course. Here, course format. You click on course format. Right now, it is in topics format. We can click these two arrows and then select flexible sections format. Flexible sections format. You will choose flexible sections format. Let's not bother for now about these other things. We'll discuss them later. When you have selected flexible sections format, click Save and Display. Click Save and Display. Am I being too fast? Shake your head if you are not being too fast. If I'm going, okay, good. All right, okay. So click Save and Display. So when you have saved and displayed, you will see now that when you click Edit, when you turn Edit on, you will see a different kind of interface. You will see a different type of interface. Now you will notice that at first, when it was topic, you didn't see all these icons over here. You just saw topic. Now on this side too, what you saw was add activity. You didn't see things like add a section or add section. So now you have the ability to add topics, subtopics, sub-subtopics. For example, you are teaching a topic, let's say in, can you give me an example? Let me give you an example in my area. For instance, you are teaching a topic on heat treatment. So the topic is heat treatment. Topic 1 is heat treatment. So now the heat treatment has subtopics in it. So what I'm going to do is to click on add section, add section, add section. So when I click on add section, you will see something will appear, topic 2. This topic 2 is a subsection. You will notice that it is slightly indented from the main topic, heat treatment. So you can now change this to maybe normalizing. Now, if I want to add a subtopic under normalizing, all I need to do is go here and add subsection. Now, watch this carefully. You have to be very careful here. See, there are two add subsection here. There is add section. There is also another add section directly under the first add section. Now, if you come over here, you will notice something different. The first add section is within this block. And the second add section, there are two lines dividing it. What this means is that the first add section, the first subsection, is a subsection of normalizing. But the second subsection will be a subsection of heat treatment. Are you getting me? This subsection will be a subsection of normalizing. And this other subsection here will be a subsection of heat treatment. So if we want to add a subsection of normalizing, we are going to click under there, and then though it is showing topic 3, don't bother about that. Just click the pencil icon and type press enter. So now we have our main topic is heat treatment. Our subtopic is normalizing. Our subtopic is types of normalizing. Now, if we want to add another subtopic of heat treatment, if we want to add another subtopic of heat treatment, we will come down to here. You see, now we have 3 add subsections. It is the third one that is for the global section heat treatment. The second one is a subtopic of normalizing, while the first one is a subtopic of types of normalizing. Are you following it now? So if we want to add a subtopic of treatment, we are going to click this. And then, ignore whether it's topic 4, just type your subsections. Maybe we'll say this one is annealing. So if we scroll up, you will see there's heat treatment. There is normalizing, slightly indented to heat treatment. On this level is the same level that we have annealing. And then types of normalizing is indented below normalizing. If we still want to add another subtopic under types of normalizing, then we will click this add subsection. And then we type when to normalize. These are just imaginary topics I'm creating. So you see, we have heat treatment. The subtopic of heat treatment is normalizing. Then we have types of heat treatment, types of normalizing. And then we have when to normalize. Now I want you to see something that you can do with this. when you are making this course available to students, in order not to take too much space, because you are going to add content in all these spaces. These are just containers for you to add content. Now, look at what I will do now. Types of normalizing. One of the types of normalizing is when to normalize. So I can collapse this by clicking that. So now you will no longer see when to normalize. It's there. If you want to read that topic, you have to click this arrow to open it. And then it comes up. Can you see that? So I can collapse it. I can also collapse normalizing. So you now have heat treatment and the two subtopics of heat treatment, normalizing and annealing. The children of normalizing are hidden. They are locked up in the room until the door is open. But we can also collapse heat treatment. So you have topic 1, heat treatment. The next topic is adding content. So let's turn off editing and see how it will look like. So we turn off editing, and this is the neat interface that your student will meet when they come into the course. This is what they will see. Now, the students will click on heat treatment. And when they click on heat treatment has two topics, right? And then they read normalizing and read annealing. Then they click on normalizing, and normalizing has a child, types of normalizing. You will notice that when they have opened normalizing, it is only types of normalizing that is in front of them. That's what is on the window. This is to enhance concentration, to avoid the distraction where there will be so many things displayed and they will be, like struggling to go through them. And when they click on types of normalizing, they now have types of normalizing with a subtopic when to normalize. How do they go back? All they need to do is click on back to normalizing. So when they go to back to normalizing, they will see types of normalizing, and they can go back to heat treatment. Another heat treatment, they now see normalizing and annealing. Nothing else, no other topic. To go back to the main course, they click on back to course. Now they can see all the main topics of the course. Yeah. So, if you are working on creating a course, for instance, I told you that you can hide the course so that the students will not see it until you finish. Many times it is not easy for you to create the entire course. It's not possible for you to create the entire course and then you make it available through the semester. Normally when we teach, we don't come and stand in front the first day and just give everything, do we? I think we're giving the students one topic per week or one topic, one meeting. So you can also make topics available to the students weekly or as the need arises. And they will not see the other topics. They will only see what is made available that week. How do you do it? Let's go back to course management. Sorry, not course management. Let's go back to edit. Turn edit. Turn edit on. And you have this. So, if you look at these icons here, now watch this. We have an eye here. This eye shows that you can see. You can see this. You can see this. You can see this. You can see all the topics. So I don't want the students to see topic 9. So what I will do is, I will click on that eye. And notice what happens to that eye. I have closed that eye now. I don't want them to see topic 8. I click on that eye. So they cannot see that. If you will see it is written hidden from students. I don't want them to see assessment. I don't want them to see adding content. Now, when I come to heat treatment, I want them to see heat treatment, but there are some sections of heat treatment I don't want them to see until it is time. So I open up, and then I don't want them to see annealing yet. So I want them to start with, or let me say, I don't even want them to see normalizing. So when I'm done doing that, I will now turn edit off. So now, for you as a teacher, you will see something written hidden from students, but the student will not see that. All they will see is, they are going to see some blank page. The only thing they will see on the page will be heat treatment. You get the point now? That's the only thing they will see. So whatever is inside here, they will not see. Let me see if I can switch to the role of a student and see this as a student. We'll see it. Let's do that. Let's switch to student. There you are. I'm watching this as a student now. Only heat treatment, nothing more. You click on heat treatment, nothing, because there's no content. Okay? If we add content, they will see the content. This is just what I want the students to see. So let me go back to my normal role as teacher. Remember, this is where you switch role. It's always good practice when you are creating a course to be looking at it, switching between yourself and the student to see how the student will see it. So that if there are difficulties, you'll be able to correct them before you make your course available to the student. So let me go back to my normal role. Go back to my normal role. I want them to see the things under under heat treatment. So I go back to
Dermot Gallagher will be joining us at 12:30 for Ref Watch. But we'll start with England, who plays Denmark tomorrow. After that,
please turn off your microphone.
On Saturday, they're still.
So I open this. And then I turn edit off. So every other thing is hidden from students except this. So let me go back to my role as student. So now I'm student. This is what I will say as a student. I have heat treatment with two subtopics, normalizing and annealing. And if I click normalizing, I'll see this. But the other topics, the student is not seeing them until you make them visible. So every week, maybe you can work on a particular topic within that week, and then open it on Monday, or open it on the day that you're having lectures with them, or open it on the day, whatever day you want them to be able to see it, so that you don't open everything to the students at once. So, I go back to my normal role now. I hope I'm not confusing you. So this is what we have. Okay, beautiful. Back to heat treatment. And we have this. I think this stage is okay. Nod your head, let me see if you're okay with this stage. Good, beautiful. Now, let us move a step further. Remember that anything you want to do, any changes you want to make, you will need to turn edit on. So we turn edit on. Now, I want to add content to heat treatment. Probably, I want to introduce the concept of heat treatment. I want to introduce the concept of heat treatment, which means there should be content here under heat treatment. It's some stories, some pictures, some videos, some whatever stuff about heat treatment. So now it's time to add an activity or resource. This is the time to add an activity or resource. Now notice that you have add an activity or resource here. You also have add an activity or resource here. You also have add an activity or resource here. The first one is for section O. The second one here is what is for heat treatment. So we can click add an activity, and when you click that, you have these activities. So every of them come up. So many activities. So many activities and resources. These are the kind of activities that you can create in Moodle. There are many other ones that can be brought in here as plugins. We have just selected to activate a few. As time goes on, we'll be activating more as the need arises. Moodle is like, how will I put it? It's like you just have a carton, an empty carton, that you can put things inside. So you can even bring your own resources from wherever internet source that you want and plug into this thing and make it available to your student. That's what Moodle is all about. That's what the learning management system is all about. So here you have a number of activities like active quiz, application form, like I was explaining the other day. You can make people to apply for things using this platform. Like people are applying for VC. You can create the application form on this platform and people will use it to apply for VC-ship. A director, I will not ask them to apply for director of SEPTA. So you can create assignments which we will discuss in detail. You can create video conferencing. You can create video conferencing. This big blue button is like Zoom. This big blue button here works like Zoom. It's a type of Zoom for educational use, I'm just using it Zoom, but it's not like that. It's just a video conferencing application for educational use. At another meeting, I will show you how to use it with your students. You can create certificates. You can give your students certificates, digital certificates. Instead of everybody, tearing certificate here and giving to your student, BSU giving certificate. I think some of you have got these online certificates that you take an online course and then you get it. You can create your certificates here. You can create chats just like you do on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Twitter, or whatever. You can create your chats here. You can create a survey or a checklist. You can make choice. Congress is also another video conferencing app. You can create content pages, custom certificate, databases for computer people, data forms. You can plug in an external tool, which we will discuss much later, feedback forums, discussion forums, create games, create a dictionary of terms for your course, create hotspots, interactive content, very useful. This is very versatile and very useful if you get to know how to use it, which I will show you how to use it. Create journals, create lessons, media collections, and stuff like that. If things work well, at other lessons, I will take time and each one of these activity and resource, I will now show you how to use it, or create some video tutorials and put them up so that you can refer to them. But you can find how to use any of these things on the Moodle forums. So now, but what I want us to do is I want us to be able to add content to the topic heat treatment. At least let us describe what that topic is. To be able to describe that topic, you need to add a label, either a label or a page. You add either a label or a page. The difference between label and page is that with a label, you can display content like you normally see on a website. So when you see a website, you see the content is typed on the website. Maybe there are pictures, there are videos, everything is laid out in front of you on the website. But with a page, it's not laid open. You have to open. You know, normally you open a page, isn't it? You have to click on it and open it to be able to see the content. So since we just want to describe the topic heat treatment, let us add a label. We click on label. And you can see for any of those resources and activities, you can see a description of it and how it is used. So we click add. So we are adding a new label to heat treatment. Now when this opens, what you have here is the editor. What you have here is the editor. Just like you have your Microsoft Word. This is where you type your content. You can type your content here. You can add pictures. You can add video. You can format it whichever way you want. So for instance, I want to describe this topic, heat treatment. So I will say in this topic, we shall discuss heat treatment. The focus will be types, methods, and equipment. Let's say types, uses, methods, and the equipment. I think there's an error there. Shall as double L.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to add a picture, I don't know. I don't have a picture of heat treatment, but please, I just want to show you how you can add a picture to this. You click on this icon here, add a picture, and then browse repositories. Maybe you want to upload a picture from your computer. So you choose a file. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just look for any picture at all. An interesting picture. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. Okay, let's go with this this man here. That's not a picture of heat treatment too. I'm just using it as an example. So you upload. And they said that this file type cannot be accepted. So the picture is in a format that cannot be accepted. Accept. Let's look for another one that can be accepted. I don't know. This guy here. Upload. Aha. So you may choose to describe your picture, or you may say the picture description is not necessary. You may also choose to change the dimensions of the picture. You want it to be larger or smaller. This is where you adjust the dimensions. You can, if I change this to 260, automatically, see, it has become larger, isn't it? If I change this to maybe just 60, it has become smaller. So you can change the dimensions as you want. You may also want to change one side of the picture and leave the other. Maybe change only height and leave the length. So you toggle this off, this auto size off. In which case, this is height, this is width. So I may decide to make the picture higher. I mean, that is the width. Make it wider but remain the same height. But if I want to change proportionately, you have to toggle this on. So everything has become 1/8. Here you can also set the alignment of the picture, whether for it to align at the top with the text, or for it to align in the middle, or for it to align to the left or right or whatever. I want it to be in the middle. So align middle. So save image. So there we are. So we have some text description. We have also added a picture. We can centralize this picture this way, just like you do in Microsoft Word. Or you can take it to the far left over there. Or you can take it to this way. You can move the picture the way you want it. Now, while I am here, what Ojimo wanted to do the last time, let's say instead of text, you want to give a video description of the topic. You want to tell the students something about the topic. So I will press enter, and then I am going to add a video, a recorded video of myself describing the topic or welcoming the students to this particular topic. What I will do is come here, click record, and then start recording. The camera Sorry, there is issue with the camera I'm using, but the whole thing is, if there's a software that has hijacked my camera. That's the disadvantage of having too many softwares on your system. So you would narrate yourself and then stop recording. If you want to re-record, you can do it again. If you think you are satisfied, you leave it and then you enter. Or let me do an audio narration instead. Stop. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This topic is on heat treatment. And in this particular topic, we are going to concentrate on types of heat treatment. We will also discuss the various uses of heat treatment, as well as the methods and equipment of heat treatment. So we stop recording, and then we attach. Why this is important is to cater to people of different learning needs. You know that not all our students can read well. Some prefer hearing and they hear to understand. Some prefer watching video. So for the description of this particular topic, we have text, we have picture, we have audio. We attempted to put in video narration, but it didn't work out well. So now that we have added the content, we will now click Save and return to course. So you can see under heat treatment, under that topic, heat treatment, we now have, let me turn editing off so that we'll see it very well. Turn edit off. So you can see for heat treatment, we are describing what we are doing under heat treatment, with even a picture and some audio. Let's see if this audio will play. Did you hear it?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, I did share the audio with you, but that's let's see. I did share the audio, so that's why you couldn't hear it. My God. Let me make sure that you hear it. Let me go over to
Well, it's well demonstrated. I think
it's well demonstrated. Okay, beautiful. So let's go back and continue. Okay, so now you at least you know how to you'll be able to create topics, edit topic names, create subtopics, create subtopics. You will also be able to add content. I have added one type of content, which is the label. And label is very useful for us to maybe give description of what we are doing, or break a very long text into small parts for the students to digest. Let us try and add another type of content. We turn on edit. Let's go to this topic, normalizing. Normalizing. So again, if we want to add content to normalizing, we click add an activity or resource, and then this time let's add a file. What do we mean by file here? This is a document or whatever file you have that you want the students to download and work with offline. For instance, you have your lecture notes in Microsoft Word or in PowerPoint, or you have like a video that you want the students to download and watch offline. This is what you use. You add file. This is useful in the sense that our students typically complain of internet network, such that if you ask them to interact with content online, they are always complaining that they don't have, what do you call it? They don't have data. Their data is very limited, and so they cannot always be online. So you would want to upload something that they can download and watch or read or interact with offline. So here again, you click File, and then you click Add. You give the file a name. Maybe we'll say Notes for Normalizing. Then you give them instructions. Download these files or these notes. Make sure you read them before the next class. Make sure you read them before the next class. And one thing our students love a lot is when you mention test. There will be a quiz based on the notes. This is why everybody will make sure they read it, isn't it? So you now come here. This is where you're going to drop the file you want them to download. There are two approaches. One of them is to drag and drop. Another one is to select. You can even add a complete folder and create a folder. In other words, create a folder, add several documents inside. That is assuming that you want to have you have several documents which address different issues, and you want to group these documents into folders. For instance, you have Microsoft Word documents on PDFs, you have PowerPoints, you have all that. So you can create several folders and put this inside. But let's assume that you just want to upload a particular file. So again, we can click here, choose a file, which will take us to our computer. Go to my documents. I don't know what I want to upload. Let's say I want to upload the PDF file. Anyone? Let's do this one. PDF. So upload, save as text document for normalizing. Then we click upload this file. There you have it. You can upload as many documents. It doesn't just have to be one document. As many as you want. Maybe put it in folders. And then you can save and display or save and return to course. So now this is what you have. Let me go back so that you see it in context. Let's turn editing off. So for the topic heat treatment, we have a description. And when it came to normalizing, the best practice is for you to put in a description before the document. So we can now click on this note for normalizing, and there, say coding error. Unsupported. This Batsa from the village working on this thing today very seriously. Okay.
You are never in your village, so
they are trying me. So you know that we can download this by clicking over here and then download. So that is it. You can download that. Go back. You can add more documents or more things to it. For instance, you want to add more resources. Let's say we want to describe that topic before we add content. Again, you put a label. Normalizing is a heat treatment process, blah 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 blah. Please read the attached read the attached notes. Hello, Prof. Modomogo, you are welcome. You're highly welcome. So, we just want to describe the topic, normalizing. Now, I want you to look at this. First of all, we added this document. And then as an afterthought, we realized that we should have, described the topic before attaching the document. But when we did, this is below the document. How do we do it? How do we rearrange it? How do we rearrange it? What we do is, like I described earlier, drag
Yes.
and drop. So we have rearranged. The description is on top, and the document to be downloaded is below. So now, if we turn editing off, we now see that the topic has a description and some information before we have something to be downloaded. So now we have content. We have added a description for the main topic, heat treatment. We have also added a description for a subtopic. Let us see how we can work with the subtopic. So we turn editing on. For normalizing, we had, For normalizing, we have the subtopic of normalizing as types of normalizing. So where do we go again? Once again, we are going to add an activity. Add an activity. Add an activity. Why was I bothered about this arrow? You remember that if I just clicked add an activity here, I would have added it to the topic normalizing. Okay? So I have to expand types of normalizing and add an activity or resource there. So we come here again. So we can go down. This time, what do we want to add this time? Let's say we want to add a page. We click on a page, and this works like a normal web page resource. So we click add. As usual, we give it a name, types of normalizing. And then we give it a description or some kind of instruction. This page contains information about types of normalizing. Now, let me introduce you to something else. When we added a description to that document, when we opened it, the description didn't show on the page. Now you can choose whether your description should show on the course page or not by toggling this on or off. This one. So if we toggle that on, then later the description will show. Now, another point you need to pay attention to here is this. When we were working with label, we could type directly into the editor and the content showed. The content showed on the page. It's not like that with a page. I explained to you earlier. A page you have to open. So now you have to enter the page content here. So here we are going, that is why if you see this, it shows that you must add something to there. So we have this, so we can now, suppose you had typed your notes. Maybe you are a professor, you have an assistant, or you are not computer literate and you have a computer assistant, and you ask the person to prepare your notes for you. So the person will naturally type the document in maybe Microsoft Word. So all you're doing is you want to import it here without having to type, or maybe you don't have enough data. So what you will do is go to this icon here. That is, if you have already prepared the document in Microsoft Word and you just want to bring it here without wasting time, go to this place. Click on it. Choose a file. Let's say, let me look for a Microsoft Word that is this. I will not put my CV there. Let's see. Let's put this one. Click open. And then upload. If you like, you can give it a name. There you have. So this saves you the time of typing. This saves you typing. This saves you typing into the interface. I'm going to delete this because this is not something everybody is supposed to see. You can delete it. Let me look for another document.
That first one was okay now.
That one was okay, but where you were seeing everybody's email address and
yeah, it doesn't give the
oh, okay. Okay, so so you now save and display. Save and display. Now, I want you to look at the difference. Let's go back to types of normalizing.
Maybe we should do something else when they finish the request.
And then turn edit off. Turn edit off.
That they turned off light.
Yeah.
No, still.
Yeah, they turn it off. Okay, so now look at the difference. When it was a label, you saw the document directly, you saw the text directly. But when it is a page, you see this icon and a link. You saw this icon and a link. So you have to click on this link. To be able to open the document. So here, you click and read online. In the other one where I showed you the PDF, you download and read. For a page, you open and read online. So I have shown you three different types of resources: label, file, and page. A label is displayed, the information is displayed directly on the interface. For a file, it has to be downloaded to be read offline. While for a page, it has to be opened and read online. You can have several pages and stuff like that. So essentially what I have done this morning is I have shown you how to edit topic headings. I have shown you how to add topics. I have also told you how to add subtopics and sub-subtopics, or subsections and sub-subsections. I have also shown you how to add content using either a label, a file, or a page. There are several other resources that you can add. But like I said at the beginning, you may choose to hide any of this from the student until you are ready to open it. For instance, if we go over it once more, for the sake of those who were not here, I may decide to hide the other topics here. Here. And here, so that the student don't see this one. So when I click save, turn edit off, and I change my role to that of student, when I become a student, you will notice that the student is no longer seeing the other documents. It's only saying what I want them to see until I make it available. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I've done today is just notes, resources. We have not been able to add any assessment document, anything like a quiz or assignments and stuff like that. But it works the same way. First, you need to turn edit on, and then you can edit any section, any block, any component of the content that you want to add. We have just 16 minutes to go, and so I think I will give a space for anyone who has questions to ask or some observations to make. And I will particularly at this point want to welcome those who are joining us for the first time today. I am very happy to have you around. I saw Professor Moodle join us briefly. Matilda Sase is jumping in and out. Alfred Tiav is joining us for the first time today. The same thing with Ayua. Ojime should be one of the teachers because he has always been here with us. He knows it very well. Yonenge has struggled a lot in the past weeks to be with us. Dr. Adeja, I know your own is not a problem because I know what you are capable of doing.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
Professor Igbo.
No job.
Professor Igbo, you can meet any one of them. They know it very well.
Yeah.
Yes, I really admire your courage being with us here all the time. If you have any challenges, please let us know so that we can. I know your network is very bad.
Yes.
Your network is giving you a lot of problems, but you have struggled to stay on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so. Seruke said she's lost.
Eunice.
It is, I am lost. Where do I click to make the changes? So I don't know if Seruke is still online because she said she is lost, that she doesn't know where to click to make the changes. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us, so I don't know how to describe it to her. Who is someone? They said, okay, let's see. Matilda Sase, Department of Mass Comm. Thanks, you're welcome. Sylvester, way down. Okay, yeah. So let me give a space. You can turn on your microphones now if you want to say something. You can raise your hand, for instance.
Prof.
Yes.
That's a very great job. I think what it requires is just for us to be practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something you can easily follow.
Yeah.
The way you are explaining, and it's incumbent upon us now to develop our work.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Ayua. Ayua, turn on the microphone first before you speak.
Okay. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well done. I've really started learning much.
Yeah.
I wanted to record, but they say I needed permission from you. I didn't know how to go about that, sir.
Okay, I'm recording. I'll make it available to you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, it's normally on Facebook. If you go there, you can get this record.
Yeah. It's on Facebook and YouTube and all that. You can always download from there. So, any other observation? So let me, since we don't have much to say, I don't know. I have what I intended to do after this was to, like, where do we get content? Where do we get content from that we put into this? There are various sources of content that I thought we could discuss and see how we can bring it in. For instance, I showed you how you can upload a PDF and ask students to download. But you can also create an entire course with video, slides, and everything in PowerPoint and make it available here. And the student doesn't have to download it before he will navigate through the course. There are also other types of activities and resources there that I specifically want you to get yourself familiar with, because they make the layout of a course very easy for students to follow. So, with your permission, next week, I will take the privilege of discussing how to bring in an external course, something else that you have created, into this and making it available here. Especially something like creating a course in PowerPoint, for instance, and making it available for your students on the Moodle platform. If that's okay with you, then that's what we'll discuss next week. A week after that, I want us to hold something like a conference. Let's each of us brainstorm on how this thing can be implemented. The kind of challenges that colleagues will typically face and students will also face, and the possibilities for overcoming these challenges. So 2 weeks from now, I'll be opening it for us to discuss, so that if there are issues that you think we could make the university aware of as we are proposing this, then we'll discuss them and suggestions on how to go about it. Yes. Yeah.
Good one.
So, for now, I think I am done for the day. Thank you very much.
My clap.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And for those of you who missed this, you can go to Facebook and YouTube and watch it. I will also make it available later on. So I want you a very wonderful week. Wish you a very wonderful week and have a blessed day too. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
For your time, Prof.
So I'm going to end now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.